All right, quick video I want to talk about. So, starting out the video with actual energy. You got a ascendant square Mars, specifically Gemini ascendant square Mars and Virgo. With this kind of placement or this alignment, the focal point that I'm making is like the attention to detail aspect. Because with Mars there, you know what I'm saying, Mars and Virgo being passionate, motivated, you know, the willpower, the sexual energies and shit like that. And sex just meaning the joining of two energies to create something new that hasn't been seen before, you know, hasn't been done before. So whether that's positive or negative, but with the Mars there, like I'm staying on track, Mars and Virgo, you know, mutable Earth. So passions is going towards something practical that others could see, like, okay, that's practical. And you know, mutable Earth, whether it looks initiative, like, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, we should probably do that as far as with our food or something, or like our house, or like, you know what I mean, some ideas and shit. Like something that's cleaning up, like, okay, yeah, we probably should clean up and shit like that. You know, sweep the ground, or, you know, vacuum the ground, like. So like that's like that Earth energy, you know what I mean? Or we probably, maybe we do need to change up the shape and the form, because this current state of being, this current shape and form in the world is fucking not working. You know, it might look like it's been working in certain areas, but then in other areas we need to switch it up, or try to I hate to say re-innovate, or, you know, renovate. But, you know, that's kind of the idea. Like, anyways, Mars, you know, so with the Mars there, it could be because it's a learning experience. If we talk about the square 90-degree angle, meaning these are just points in time during the transits, you know, during the seasons. So from Gemini, which is like the transitional period in between spring and summer, before summer starts, and right at the end of the spring time, which is more like the air energy, mutable air, goddamn, you know, airheaded kind of shit. Conversations, word of mouth, relating ideas, you know, just different points of, you know, not duality necessarily, but like, yeah, but like just the ability to notice that there's other angles, you know what I mean, as far as with the logic, you know, everything is not just so straightforward. Like, there's other people with their own logic here also that might logically perceive one scenario differently than the next person, you get what I'm saying? So like, that's where Geminis are good at noticing how to interact with a room, you know what I mean? Because everybody's breathing air in the room, but not everybody breathe differently, you get what I'm saying? Not everybody is breathing the air the same and pushing out the same kind of air and things of that nature. So like, not everybody know how to talk. Not everybody understands when to talk, when not to talk, how to just observe. Sometimes you can just, you know, kind of, I don't want to say rationalize, but you kind of just, you know, you try to use your intelligence. It's not even a trying, it's just almost like you just show up. For the Geminis out there, you know what I'm saying? This is the difference between Gemini and Virgo. The Gemini coming in the room, and it's not like so heavy. You get what I'm saying? It's more like some shit. You might not, you know what I'm saying? You let a Gemini come in the room, you might not even know they even came in the room. You know, unless they wanted, you know what I'm saying? Unless they had other energies and they chart other alignments. But like, the Gemini don't necessarily care about being seen, because it's in the air. Like, it's just the air. You know what I mean? It's that plane. You know what I mean? That plane is like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, because it's not really it's close to it's like the byproduct of that fire water interaction. So meaning just a thought and a feeling. So like, the air is like it's like our mind, you know what I mean? It's like our first mind and shit. Your first awareness was just like this smoke cloud kind of like concept. That it's kind of, you can't really even see it. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? Not with these eyes. You ain't gonna see it with like some human eyes or some shit. This human experience. But like if you an air being and shit, y'all air, you Aryans know what I'm talking about. Shout out to all the air signs, Libras, Geminis and Aquarians. Y'all know what I be saying. You know what I'm saying? Earth signs probably like, what's this nigga talking about right now? They just filled, earth signs is just filled up with all the air and stuff. Like, all right, let me not get started. I don't want to say that. That might have been a biased statement right there. I don't want to say that. But back to my point, like, so that's kind of like the square difference, like with Gemini and Virgo. Goddamn, the Virgo, like the Virgos come in the room, it's more like, okay, this is a body stepping through here. You get what I'm saying? You go. Okay, that's a body right there. You get like you in the Earth realm. It's kind of because they're it's yin. As far as Virgos and shit, or just the Earth signs in general, like they're yin, but they're doing some yang shit in the yin realm, where like a water sign might be just in the yin realm doing some yin realm shit. Well, that'd be like Scorpio or something. Like, man, I'm not gonna go into all that. I have to pull out my notebook and stuff, and I'm not even trying to go too deep into all that. If you want to, really get a more accurate, you get what I'm saying, more in depth, probably more well-rounded. I'm still in the student phases, you know what I'm saying? Where just a lot of this shit I'm trying to remember. It's not like some shit I don't know. It's just more about peeling back layers of amnesia and shit I might have been, you know what I mean, conditioned or up under. And so certain things are new, but it's like, everything. So you got to really just get to it. You got to get to like whatever it might be, certain things blocking you from even thinking a certain way, like as if you can't do something. So, and that's very much so a point of what I'm talking about. It correlates. So like Gemini, air, Virgo, the earth, like, all right, imagine like a brick wall. Like, I'm gonna just use this area for example. Like the airs, it could be very forceful. You could move things. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Like air, too much air is gonna blow the fire out. You get what I'm saying? Or it'll be like, you can still spark. Air kind of travels that, but too much air will be like, the spark or the fire won't be able to sustain long enough. You get what I'm saying? It's flame. You know what I'm saying? The duration of that burst, like, wouldn't go as far if there's too much air, too much wind. So, if y'all kind of get what I'm saying, like the air is not like blowing over a big ass brick building, like, or a wall like that. Like it could let a tornado come through some shit, right? But just in the just like the calm daily aspects, because a tornado is like just a certain interaction of the air and then the other elements going on and stuff. Whether there's too much moisture in the air with that's a whole temperament thing. That's not necessarily like air itself. You get what I'm saying? Tornado is just like kind of like a certain experience, an event, due to like the certain interaction of the elements, fire, water, air, earth. But like a tornado itself is not a thing. Like, you get what I'm saying? And that's more like so when we start talking about this alchemy shit, this is all like states of being and shit internally that we be materializing, like external experiences, you know what I'm saying, that look logical and shit. They look like these are shapes and forms that are, but this is all like really an illusion. It's all like pretty much like a big old smoke cloud, like on stage, like a big old smoke screen. So when you when you quote unquote go to sleep, there's other shit going on, like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you're not here in this body necessarily, more on a percentage level, like. So a lot of people do be in their body when they dead. Man, that's a different conversation. But pretty much, yeah. So that's kind of like the square. The detail. That's what the point I'm trying to say. Staying on task. You know what I'm saying? The attention to details. Because air, like Gemini, is hard. It's hard for like that Gemini energy to Like, think about the air. It's thinking, you know, it's just a different kind of thinking going on. Like, it's not so rooted like a tree, like, or some, like a something, you know what I'm saying? Material, like a vehicle, for example, right? Like the shape and the form of your mind. The air, like, say a vehicle or a spaceship, right? To me, this is some mutable earth shit. Where, you know, you could initiate or you could be fixated, right? As far as this material, that the shape and the form that you're utilizing at the moment. So that's just mutable earth, you know, that transitional point between summer and winter. So where you could, I mean, not summer and winter, fuck, summer and fall. So it's like, it's like the pretty much this is the energy right here. And I'm just gonna square it up, yeah, I'm just gonna wrap it up because it's getting hot. Attention to details. So like staying on task, having a routine. Think about the air. The air just kind of moves and shit, right? The air just, you don't know where the air is going. The air you don't know if it's coming or going a lot of times. But the air is there though, like, you get it, like the air didn't go nowhere, but it did. Like that's some air. Like you gotta have some air placements or somebody airy in your life to really get what I'm saying. Or you gotta be an air sign to really understand that. Like when you using these eyes to perceive whatever, because everybody looking at shit different. But I'm just speaking from my experience. When I'm looking around, nigga, I can see clouds that are up in the air. Then I also know that the clouds are a part of the air. And the air is not necessarily moving, but it's there because it kind of is moving though. Shout out to Tupac, I get around. You know what I'm saying? With his Aries moon ass, he was a Gemini sun, Aries moon. And that's like that's the sextile also related to, like I was saying earlier about like fire and air. Like the fire is like the vision, the idea. So like the air is gonna like help that fire vision get around. You know what I'm saying? Or go further. You know what I'm saying? So like, for example, say you got this idea and then you make music, then you make a song, and then you put that song out there. Most likely you put it in the air. You get what I'm saying? So you had this idea and then you put it on like online or something. Somewhere that some type of surrounding, a 3 Gemini or something, where other people are adding on, you know what I'm saying? They know about that surrounding, or even just if you go out to the public, right, to your area or something, you make CDs or some shit. You start passing out CDs. That's like you trying to push your idea, your fire further, right? Using the air element, especially with music. Like that's all communication and relating words and shit like that, which is just the air element. So like you could really come up with your own language disregarding words and shit for a second. You could just come up with your whole own like air kind of shit, but it has to make sense. So that's like that's the square between right there, like Gemini and Virgo. Like Virgo shit or Earth shit in general it makes sense. Like people are gonna like, all right, that idea is cool. You know what I'm saying? That's a good idea. All right, that idea is cool or something. Because like fire and air are the logic signs. Water and earth are like more the receiving signs. So like earth is going to take that in, like, but then take it in and think about it before they give you an answer. You know what I'm saying? And then they can really sit on that, how they think. You know what I'm saying? They can ponder or think about that shit as long as they want. Because they're like, all right, because they constantly looking at the whatever shape of, like whatever it is they receiving. There's always some new sense of like, well, especially like Capricorn energy, like there's always a new sense of like, all right, how can we make this shit more practical? You know what I'm saying? Like, how can we make more money or something? Like, how can I make some more money? All right, I'm already doing this. How can I blow it up and make some more money without even using too much of, you know what I'm saying? My own earth energy or something. Yeah, some shit like that. So the air is like in the air, the earth shit is more grounded. So that's kind of the square that I'm kind of pointing to. I'm going to end this video. I'm gonna eat a bag of chips. Not the whole bag, but you know, I might eat the whole bag. No, I'm not. Let me finish my point. Let me go in more real quick. Fucking fat ass. Yeah, you fat ass motherfucker. It might be hard. It's gonna be hard for like, all right, for me, this is my whole life like experience was like, whether it was school or shit, like certain shit, like where I was kind of being like say I'm in a class. There's a certain test that I need, or a certain like, you know, question or answer, you know what I'm saying, on the test or whatever, that I might have been missing. So it'll play out like there's always people or situations or like, you know what I mean, certain things where I needed to pay more attention. Yeah, I needed to pay more attention to the details. That's really why I got a song called Pay Attention. Like a lot of time, and everything we kind of be doing as people, we really be talking about our goddamn self. So a lot of y'all need to watch what y'all be saying about yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that's another aspect of this square, the communication, and then that's gonna play out as far as the shape and form at some point, and people are gonna be able to see like what you was relating to yourself about at least, and then you'll be able to see that play out in the external with the earth. Like, oh, okay, does that shit even make sense? So this whole video might not even make sense, you know, to a lot of people, but I'm gonna put it out anyway because it might make sense to somebody else. Yeah, so it's always like different dynamics. You're never right or wrong. You're always right. You know what I'm saying? You're always right about something. So that's what you do know. So that's like that's like the good starting point. Like, you always know what you're thinking. You always know what you're really doing. Even if you think you're a fool or this, that, and the third, you can be the most foolish motherfucker in the world. Your spirit knows, like, yeah, you use this as space without the words attached. You just know what you're doing at all times. Because everything is relevant. Everything is relevant, and at the same time, everything is also irrelevant. So it's like you as a creator, I hate these words, but that's another square. Like Gemini just know, like, you know what, there's probably more to this spell shit, right? It's like some other man and woman's goddamn language that I gotta fucking utilize. But earth signs, on some earth shit, it's like the practical shit that's been going on, like these symbols and shit that are already in place in somebody else's rulership, and I'm not gonna go into all that. But like, that's something the earth signs would know without me just saying any of that. You know what I'm saying? They're like, all right, well, there's certain shit we gotta do this. A lot of people tell me that all the time, and that's like my opposition with the Capricorn energies, because I'm a double Cancer, so, and then my Capricorn energy is in the 8th house, so it has to deal with shared values, putting things to death, transformation. Like, all I want to do is transform this goddamn world and give it a goddamn huge tower moment. But like, as people, I know, like, it's not just me here. So as people, like, people don't be ready for that necessarily, but they do though. It's clear they showing it right on their faces. You know, a lot of people just smell of like asking for change. You know what I'm saying? But like, people don't know how to go about it, and it'd be something simple as just do something different. Like, nigga, I stopped going to work because I was being frustrated about how I was sharing my. It was a frustrating moment and shit when I show up. And then here I gotta be relatable with shit, air, Gemini, and then a lot of people like that. I might have been so relatable that I'll just cause a problem by default, because people feel like, damn, how come I'm not that relatable? And then they want to like so many points spawn off of that little. But that's another little part of the square, just motherfucker, the communication aspects. Because Gemini might be talking about just a talk. The Earth motherfucker sign is gonna like think, analyze some shit, practicalize some shit. May not even do too much talking. Virgo's gonna talk though, so like, I'm gonna be talking about shit that makes sense. So that's kind of the square. Not even that's another part of the square. Is sometimes the Gemini energy just wants to talk. And then there'd be other people around that probably like, nah, we need to get some money or something, right? Or that's my energy myself, where I'm like, no, I know I need to kind of trying to pull other people's ideas. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to pull some shit together so we can make some money. You know what I'm saying? Where sometimes that's like my personality. I come off like I might just be a talkative person, but my Mars energy be like knowing like I'm at least gonna talk about some shit that makes sense. That's gonna, you know what I'm saying, do some real practical, you know what I'm saying, mutableness, nigga, where I'm coming through. I'm not just talking out my ass like on some airheaded shit, just talking about whatever. No, I actually kind of like got that ability. Yeah, I can talk about whatever, but then it's also backed and supported by, because I kind of learned how to blend the as far as the square, right? I had to learn how to blend the two. I know how to talk about shit that makes sense. So shit in the world that's already like, you can make sense out of that, and I know how to make it sense. Using good ass words too, so I could like rock niggas to sleep real good. But then there'd be other points. I'm not even trying to rock people to sleep, but like, I can see where the world's getting rocked to sleep at. You know what I'm saying? By the niggas that know how to talk good, like a Donald Trump or an Obama or a Hillary Clinton or any of these, you know what I'm saying, niggas in office and shit like that. Just being puppets for the shadow government. So the shadow government niggas really be running some shit. That's a different conversation. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm out of here. Goddamn, I'm tired. I gotta come up with a new name and shit. New names and shit. As of right now, I win every single time. Don't I lose West Dakota? Transmute L's into W's and W's and shit. As of right now, that's what I'm going with. But I know I need to change my whole goddamn name, bitch. You dig?